Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the different ways that someone can organize a business. We will start at a high level by discussing the 4 basic business structures. Then we will go over each specific business structure and options within these structures. At the end of the tutorial, I will provide official resources as guidance which you can continue learning from. Let's start with defining what a business structure is. A business structure is how activities such as task allocation, coordination, and supervision are directed toward the achievement of organizational goals. There are 4 primary business structures recognized by the IRS: sole proprietorships, partnerships, limited liability companies, sometimes referred to as LLCs, and corporations. As we go through each of these 4 business structures, ask yourself 3 questions as you consider which business structure may be the right one for you. 1. What service or products will you be selling or providing? 2. Who will be your customer or user of your services? And 3. What is your ultimate goal? Would you like to lower your taxes, have less responsibility for debt, etc.? Let's get started. Here are a few terms that will come up as we go along. The first term is assets. Assets are resources your business owns. Assets can include things like business income, cash, inventory, land, vehicles, furniture, patents, etc. Liabilities are the resources you owe to another entity based on past transactions or events. Liabilities can include things like loans, interest owed on an account balance, salaries payable, income taxes, mortgage payable, payroll taxes owed, etc. Profits come from the money you earn from business activities and is calculated by subtracting the total expenses, losses, and taxes, or amount spent from your total revenue, or amounts earned. The very first business structure on our list is a sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is a business owned by one individual. For tax and legal liability purposes, the owner and the entity are the same thing. So when a sole proprietor files their personal federal income taxes, usually using the IRS Form 1040, the sole proprietor would also use the IRS Form Schedule C to report business income and expenses for the prior year. So what are the pros and cons? Well, for the pros, the sole proprietorship is easy to form and the money you earn is all yours. For the cons, the sole proprietorship is responsible for all debts, taxes, and it may be more difficult to obtain business loans as compared to other business structures because you need assets such as business revenues, property, equipment, etc. to qualify for business loans, and you may not have access to enough assets as a sole proprietor to obtain business loans. The second business structure is the partnership. There are 3 primary types of partnerships. The first is the general partnership. The general partnership is a business structure owned by 2 or more individuals who share assets, profits, and financial and legal liabilities of a jointly owned business. People form a general partnership when they have identified a business partner with whom they work well and generally agree on most business ideas and how to put those business ideas into practice. The limited partnership is a business structure formed when one or more persons, called the general partners, want to run the day-to-day operations of the business, and the one or more partners, called limited partners, prefer to invest money rather than run the day-to-day operations. A limited partnership shields limited partners from personal losses that may result from business debts, while the general partners remain responsible personally for potential business debts. The limited liability partnership, or LLP, provides shared ownership and shared management responsibilities while providing partners with protection from personal responsibility for business losses and debts. However, The cost and requirements for registering as an LLP varies a lot from state to state, depending on the business industry you're in. Also, LLP partners may be required to obtain liability insurance or another form of insurance that could potentially be costly. In general, all partnerships require good dispute resolution policies and practices because more than one owner is involved in the managing of the business. But the partnership business is beneficial because it potentially brings more financial resources together along with different business skill sets. We will continue learning about the 4 primary business structures in Part 2. Until then, here are a couple resources that will help you learn more about the various business structures discussed in this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Share, like, and subscribe. See you next time.